with local coverage you can count on. This is CBS42 Weekend Mornings.
Good morning and happy Saturday. I'm Kristen McIntosh. The World Police and Fire Games wrap up tomorrow. More than 8,000 first responders from all over the world have been in the Magic City competing in friendly games like baseball, pickleball, and event track. And joining me now is Sergeant David Usselton with Gardendale Fire and Rescue. He's a competitor in the games. Thank you so much for joining us.
I appreciate you having me.
Absolutely. So it's been an exciting time with the games here. Now, what sport are you competing in?
Well, I've already competed in the cross-country 10K, which was awesome, challenging but great, and also the triathlon coming up tomorrow.
Right, so how did you get into that?
And triathlon?
Just running in general. That's a lot of running there.
It is a lot of running. Well, I was always very athletic growing up, and in high school, college, that kind of thing, played football. And after I got done with my collegiate career, I still wanted to stay in shape and stay active. And running was something I've always enjoyed doing. And at some point in there, I decided that running wasn't quite, everything I wanted to do. I wanted to challenge myself to get better and do something a little harder. So the next thing I came up with was the triathlon. It was kind of cool. Yeah,
and running and doing anything like that, competing, takes a lot of mental and physical discipline there. How does that kind of transfer over into your role as a first responder?
I mean, it translates like completely. It's like a lifestyle, really and truly, because we're always waiting for the next thing to come in, and we don't know what that is. So being prepared all the time is the way that we can, be optimal for whatever we have thrown at us. So staying fit, running helps us with our cardiovascular discipline, doing hard things, that goes into being ready for whatever gets thrown at us when we don't ever know, especially when we're asleep at 3 o'clock in the morning. We got to get up and go.
Yeah, I understand that. Sometimes I'm sleeping, I get that call. It's like, hey, I need you to come in, but you're doing a little bit more than me. Now, were you familiar with the games before?
Actually, no. This is actually the first time. I feel kind of bad even saying that, because this is not something that I even knew existed. I wasn't familiar with just the regular World Games until they came to Birmingham a couple years ago. This is something completely brand new, and it was brought to our attention at the fire department, and the World Games coordinators did a great job getting the message out there. And once that came in, it happened to be in our backyard, and I was like, I've got to jump in on this one. This
exactly. I mean, it's right here. How could you not? How does that feel to have it right in your backyard?
I love it, because really and truly for a lot of us, first responders, we do what we do, but it's not, I don't know if everybody knows, we don't get paid the best, but it's not why we do it. We do it for the people. And being able to do this, it's a lot of cost that goes into going across the world like some of these folks are doing, which is wonderful. But being in our backyard, I feel like, hometown heroes kind of thing, which is, we really appreciate the World Games for coming here, but it's proves an opportunity for us to be able to compete where we really wouldn't be able to otherwise without sponsors.
Yeah, and that kind of leads into what I wanted to ask. The World Police and Fire Games, they are celebrating first responders, but beyond the competition, what does it kind of mean for you to have all of you all be able to come together?
It's really, really cool for me personally to see all the different first responders from around the world. We don't get to see that a whole lot, and especially with the 10K, doing that the other day, that was just so cool because it is a brotherhood. We have, with our department, we have a very close relationship with the police officers in our city, and we're a bunch of, we're friends, and we feel like family. And be able to have that same feeling from people across the world, even if you can't speak the same language and know exactly what's being said, that brotherhood is there, and it's so awesome. It's so refreshing. Yeah,
and speaking of that brotherhood, what made you choose the career as a first responder?
Well, honestly, it was out of necessity. Going through a hard time with my family, living out of my truck for a couple of months, not knowing what to do, praying and letting God tell me, hey, this is what you need to do. Got the direction to go into a firehouse one day and say, hey, what do you do? Because I needed something to do. Had to leave college, and I chose to go to work and didn't know what to do. I asked for guidance, and he put me in the firehouse, and 19 years later, I'm standing here with you talking about this now.
Absolutely. It's kind of like you and your calling just kind of chose each other, just drawn to each other there. And now you're here competing in these games. Now, overall, your experience as a whole, what are you going to take from this?
I'm going to take the experience and I'm going to and try to empower other people. I'm trying, to get it out there and let other people know doing hard stuff is important because it breaks barriers and it gets you to the next level within yourself. It lets you understand what you are actually capable of, and you're capable of a lot more than what you think you are. So, and I want my wife and my kids to see that as an example and just kind of living that leadership for them.
I'm sure they are very proud of you. You might have another career as a motivational speaker too, as well. I mean, you speak with, we listen when you speak. Well, appreciate you for joining us. Congratulations on everything, and good luck on tomorrow.
Thank you so much.
Absolutely.